OnePlus might be struggling behind the scenes right now, but if this new leak is even half true, the OnePlus 15T could be one of the most interesting phones of the year, especially if you like smaller flagships with massive batteries. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It really helps me keep bringing you more tech breakdowns like this one. According to a fresh leak, the OnePlus 15T is shaping up to be a compact powerhouse with wireless charging, a surprisingly serious camera setup, and a battery that honestly sounds almost unrealistic for its size. And if OnePlus plays this right, this phone could quietly fix a lot of the complaints people have had about the brand lately. Why does this matter? Because the mid-range and affordable flagship space is getting brutally competitive. Samsung is pushing its Galaxy A series harder than ever, Google has the Pixel 10a coming, Apple's rumored iPhone 17e will likely shake things up, and OnePlus hasn't really had a breakout hit in this segment recently. The 15T could be their chance to get back in the conversation. Let's start with the camera because this is where things get interesting. The leak, coming from well-known Weibo tipster Digital Chat Station, claims the OnePlus 15T will use a dual camera setup on the back, a 50-megapixel main sensor and a 50-megapixel telephoto camera. On paper, that sounds identical to the OnePlus 13T or 13S, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the same experience. OnePlus could be using newer sensors or better image processing this time around, which often matters more than megapixel counts anyway. On the front, there's reportedly a 16-megapixel selfie camera. Nothing flashy, but perfectly fine for video calls and social media. One small but important upgrade: wireless charging. Last year's model didn't have it, and for a lot of people that was a deal breaker. Adding wireless charging instantly makes the 15T feel more premium and more competitive, especially when rivals in this price range are starting to include it as standard. Then there's the design. The OnePlus 15T is rumored to have very narrow bezels around a 6.3-inch display, which puts it firmly in small flagship territory. That's a big deal because phones just keep getting larger, and a lot of users want something powerful that doesn't feel like a tablet in their pocket. The display itself is said to be flat, with a 165 Hz refresh rate and a 1.5K resolution. That's an aggressive spec sheet for a phone that isn't even being positioned as a full-blown ultra flagship. Performance-wise, this thing doesn't seem to be holding back. The leak mentions a Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 paired with up to 16 gigabytes of RAM and as much as 1 terabyte of storage. That's more than enough for gaming, heavy multitasking, and future-proofing for years. Even if OnePlus ends up dialing those specs back slightly in the final version, it's clear the 15T is aiming high. But the real headline feature, the one that genuinely surprised me, is the battery. The OnePlus 15T is rumored to pack a battery larger than 7,000 milliamps in a 6.3-inch phone. That's wild. Most compact phones struggle to hit even 4,500 or 5,000 milliamps, so if OnePlus actually pulls this off, it could be a huge differentiator. Combine that with OnePlus's reputation for fast charging, and you're looking at a phone that could easily last 2 full days for a lot of users. As for availability, this is where things get frustrating. The OnePlus 15T is expected to launch around March, but so far there's no confirmation of a global release. The previous model launched in India as the OnePlus 13S and never made it to most other markets. If OnePlus repeats that strategy, it would be a massive missed opportunity. Honestly, launching the OnePlus 15T globally might be the smartest move the company could make right now. A compact phone with flagship performance, wireless charging, a telephoto camera, and a monster battery could seriously disrupt the mid-range space. It wouldn't just help OnePlus sell phones, it would force competitors to step up their game too. This leak doesn't guarantee success, of course. Pricing, software support, camera tuning, and availability will make or break this phone. But even if most of these rumors turn out to be true, the OnePlus 15T could be exactly the comeback device OnePlus needs. And personally, I just want to see it launch everywhere. More competition is always good, and the mid-range market could really use a phone like this right now. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.